Looking at the Markets with David Modell.
Hello and welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. I am a value investor. I am a sharpshooter when it comes to trading and making money. I'm not buying this whole market, this crazy expensive market. I'm buying just a few hand-picked stocks and companies that are true values. And I like to ride the trends that are going on right now. And I've got an entrepreneur who's really making waves in the markets. His name is Mr. Chris Miller from Koios Beverage Corp. And we're going to learn more about that. But we're also going to learn how we can all profit from certain trends that are going on in the markets today and really profit, hopefully, very handsomely. Mr. Miller, welcome back to Looking at the Markets, sir.
It's good to be here, David. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're one of my favorite guests. I appreciate it. I always learn so much. Look, Chris, we know that there are huge trends forming in consumer beverages and wellness. This is a huge industry. We've seen big changes in awareness as to health, with 80 million baby boomers spending whatever it takes to remain healthy and vital. So how has the economics of this nutrition industry improved? And what's some of the knowledge about proper living that's driving this consumer demand?
Yeah, so when you say improved, do you mean how it's gotten better just from a top-line revenue standpoint? Or yeah, I mean, I think there's no question it's exploding. I think, to your point, I think the trend's been there for a while, not only from cosmetic surgery and cosmetic dentistry and staying younger longer to just feeling better. I think we obviously live in an information age, and people are starting to understand that our diets, unfortunately, aren't that good. And even if you're listening to this and you think you have a good diet, it's probably not in terms of you're probably eating vegetables from tainted soil. You probably don't get outside enough. Your hormones are probably a little off balance because we spend too much time on computers. And I think the other thing, too, that I've been saying in interviews for the last year is that our brains haven't evolved yet to keep up with technology, which is why we're talking about biotech and infusion of AI into the human brain. To that point, I think people feel, in an information age, we feel overwhelmed. People have anxiety. Why is insomnia at an all-time high, even though we have everything? And so, health is exploding. It's people want to feel better longer, think better, do better. And I think that trend is especially exploding above the neck.
And Mr. Miller, your own personal story, I think it's fascinating and inspirational. Can you tell us about your personal health struggles, with mental fatigue, that kind of thing in your life, which caused you to, create this amazing company?
Yeah, I mean, I struggled with mental illness my whole life. I think a lot of us have, probably undiagnosed. I think as the world's gotten faster, bigger, quicker, and again, there's more information, a lot of us are starting to suffer even more. I think also because of the tech age, we're starting to feel more isolated than we ever have. But I played football and rugby in college, and I was always into biohacking, getting bigger, faster, stronger. And then when I moved into the working world, I realized that my muscles had zero to do with my mental output. Your boss doesn't care how much you can bench. They care how long you can go in the office. And I got to a place, obviously, where I was working hard, doing a lot of writing at the time, and I finally got prescribed Adderall. And for those of you who don't know about Adderall, it's one molecule away from being methamphetamine. It's a very harsh drug. I think the stimulant epidemic is going to trump the opioid epidemic, meaning as we have to work longer, faster, harder, think more, be more analytical, right? We used to be an industrial age, now it's analytical. You'll see the Adderall epidemic take over. So I got prescribed it, I started using it, and it really started to affect my health pretty poorly, ruining my eating habits, my hormonal function. Wasn't sleeping, so I had to take sleeping pills. And finally, when I had physically and mentally hit rock bottom, I started looking for alternatives. I didn't really see anything in the marketplace that could do what I wanted it to do. So I spent years with some of the top brains in the world working on a formula that was earth grown that could mimic Adderall or enhance brain function in the short term and in the long term. So the idea of like, if you use NOS in a car over and over, the engine's going to explode. And I think a lot of people are doing that today with their health. You drink too much coffee, too many energy drinks to get that mental edge, and it's going to short circuit the system. And so Koios' original development was designed to not only give you that short-term burst of focus and memory recall, but also build your brain over the long term. So that's how it started. And then after that, we went into beverage.
And the story just gets better from here. I mean, Walmart, the biggest retailer in the world, 5,500 stores in America alone. Also GNC stores, around 3,000 branches across 50 states. Both have your line of products, Koios products. They actually called your headquarters and pursued your business. It's amazing. So can you explain what Koios beverages are from, the Fit Soda, the 5 functional flavors? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we realized pretty quickly that the world was clamoring for something better, right? Meaning, I look at caffeine as an old technology. So we realized once the first product came out that a lot of people were looking for answers. Meaning, how do I feel better, sleep better, perform mentally better? So for us, the next step, and I always joke that it was pretty silly at the time, but we decided that a better delivery system would be beverages. So our first iteration came out in 2015. We pulled back. We rebranded in 2017. As soon as we rebranded, we took off. To your point, Walmart and GNC pursued us. We quickly got into 5,000 plus stores with them. But Koios is like a kombucha for your brain. For anybody investing or thinking of investing, I always analogize Koios to being, imagine if you could have got in on kombucha before everyone knew about it. That's what we're doing for the brain. So we use lion's mane mushrooms, we use MCT oil, we use amino acids, we use choline like alpha GPC, we use several things to target the actual body function so that you feel better, faster, stronger, quicker mentally all day, and you stay hydrated. And we only use 60 milligrams of caffeine, which is less than a cup of or a can of soda. So all the benefit you're getting is not overstimulation. And then, we put out Fit Soda as a funner way to hydrate. It's as simple as that. I think some of the biggest swings in food technology right now are companies that are innovating ways to eat healthy, eat very healthy, but not sacrifice flavor or experience.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I think when people started to get healthier, no offense to kombucha, but kombuchas don't taste that good. Neither does kale, right?
Right.
Right. So how do you ingest good things but not give up the experience of feeling good when you're ingesting it? And Fit Soda was that. We wanted to come up with a better way to hydrate, give people nostalgic flavors like cherry cola and root beer, and also give them a way to rehydrate, give them BCAAs. And we're really excited about Fit Soda. We think it's an all-channel product. And our initial testing out of the gate, we can't even keep it in stock. It's very popular.
Yeah. And people really need to check out Mental. Oh, there it is. Fit Soda. Orange creamsicle. Oh, man, I want some right now. Very nice. People really need to check out the website, mentaltitan.com. I'll put a link in the description below this video so people can see all the flavors that are available. But as an investment, Koios Beverage Corp., it's a microcap company, $10 million market cap with projected revenues of $4 million in 2020 alone. I mean, people can do the math here. You guys have nearly $2 million in cash, no real debt. You're in great shape and poised for growth. Are you looking to get into franchises like Whole Foods, for example, or to launch new products now that you've gotten more brand name recognition?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that's unique about us versus other companies is that we're hyper-focused on building our digital audience. I always tell people we're a tech and people company first. And so, we have interest from national retailers, from Whole Foods to H-E-B's to pretty much all of them. I think for us, and you're right, I think that's something to point out is that $2 million in cash, revenues grew 1,000% last quarter, margins went up last quarter. we're in a really, really good position to explode and take off. The strategy now is picking and choosing the right retailers that we can really have an impact on. Continue to keep our margin high. Retailers that we have good relationships with, that our reps, can have an impact on in those regions. And then, we have several products slated to come out this year, including an enhanced coffee, and some other really exciting stuff that'll be direct to consumer. So we've built out the infrastructure during the last quarter of being able to do that, to execute on that. We have a lot of new DSDs and new distribution partners coming on. So there'll be a lot of big announcements coming up.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to all of that. And while I cannot guarantee the price of anything, this is not about guarantees. This is about doing the math. This is a small company that's growing potentially at an exponential rate. And again, the price of the stock is really fantastic right now. I think that this is an opportunity people don't want to pass up. If people want to check out all the products, like that soda right now, I want some of that right now. But if people want to check out, the products for sale, the investor deck, all the information, koiosbeveragecorp.com. And if people do you invite people to contact the company if they want more information as well?
Yeah, 100%. We have a full team that will help manage any investor questions. So if you do go to our investor tab at Koios Beverage Corp, there's a team of people there that you can call. They'll answer questions, et cetera, et cetera.
Got it. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the future here. I mean, again, you already have a Walmart tie-in, GNC. This is an under-the-radar opportunity for your company and for potential shareholders. I'm really excited about this, and thank you for educating me on this and educating my listeners. We're going to have you back real soon. Mr. Chris Miller from Koios Beverage Corp. Thank you for coming on and looking at the markets. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you.